Peace, peace. It's Phoenix Boss, the Paradigm Killer. You know, and I think today's the perfect day for me to kind of lay out what I think has happened. Because I've always wondered. Excuse me. I've always wondered how did these people get so much control over us, and how did they get us to believe in is whatever they wanted to, to make money off of us. And the picture is getting clearer and clearer to me, and it's like I said all the time. You know, we taught them how we taught our children, and they turned around and enslaved us with the information. And they didn't. They did. We get the beginning part. We don't get the higher level knowledge. They keep that for themselves, and that's how they get us. You know, so unless you put it together yourself, you're not going to know it. And that's what I think they did. I think they give us a little piece of the information, and then it stopped there. So when we was teaching them, we taught them like we teach our children the first part what we have, and then as they progressed in age, we gave them more information. By the time they was 40, they had super high level knowledge, you know, and that's what I think how they got us. They got us to believe in a way what a child will believe. And this to me it's messed up how people will fight me on it, and I'm the one that's trying to give you the rest of the information, you know? And so I pretty much personally made up my mind. I'm not arguing with nobody who doesn't want it. So if you want it, then we can have a conversation. But if not, then okay, you got it. You're right. You're right, even though you're wrong. You're right, even though you're wrong. And I just think it's really messed up that these. It's the same thing that's going on now with feminism. You know, they get they get a ideal attached to a emotion or feeling or person that you have reverence for, and then they just motherfuckers. That's what I think is going on. Personally, that's what I personally think is going on, and I think it's like a natural selection thing. Really, it's 'cause I think there's always going to be the least 20%. You know, I think that 80-20 is where they got it to, but it's always going to be that 20% of people that thirst for knowledge, that want that higher person, get feel something wrong. It's like they say in the Matrix, uh, it's like a splinter in your brain that something not right. You can't put your finger on it, but something ain't right. And that is the truth of the matter. That's what it is. You know, and all the time people don't want to. People see movies as just entertainment. People say music is just entertainment, and that is a very late way of thinking about things. You know what I'm saying? Like in the past, media always portrayed a certain narrative or certain parables. It was a parable, and they even say that they said that they used to say it all the time about especially the Bible as parables. And I think how they got you with the Bible is that yes, parables, but it's double entendres. It's more than one thing. It's triple, double, triple, sometimes 10 times the entendres. It means a lot of things. Now, on some level, it's a historical book, but the timeline is all way fucked up, in my opinion. Just from what I looked, you know, Malcolm X said that, history yields the greatest reward. And I see what he's talking about. Because if you really look back in history, you can see the games that are being played, and you can see that how you don't let the stuff repeat itself. And I just really wonder how we get out of this shit. That's my thing. I wonder all the time, how do we fight back against this per se poison? Now, the way I look at it is, you can keep your beliefs, you can keep your faith, you can keep your beliefs, you can keep your belief system. It just tomato to me. But without that higher level information, you're just gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You're not gonna understand everything, and it just is what it is. So then we'll talk about feminism a little bit. I just want, not all women, but I want women to really look at this shit, yeah. Really look at the shit, Leave your feelings. Leave your feelings at the fucking door. That's just what they tell you about work. All right, we leave your home at the door. You know what I'm saying? You don't be bringing your fucked up attitude to the party. You know what I'm saying? You don't bring your fucked up attitude to the party. And I want them to see it. If you see the full big picture, like, I don't get it. It's like, what do you want? If you keep on being degenerate, you're going to end up concubine. You're going to end up not in a good spot. You're not going to end up in a good. It's not going to yield you good results. And just because you want to sit there and gaslight somebody, and in a certain way you get away with it, or you have gotten away with it, doesn't mean that you're going to benefit from it. You end up concubine and you keep on. You know what I'm saying? You end up concubine, you end up homeless, you're going to end up saying you don't need men. Picking a bear over a man is the Lulu. It's the Lulu. For real, it's really the Lulu. And people need peep game and realize that we ain't land on Plymouth Rock landed on us. And until we realize that, until we stop fighting against each other because this poison ideology tells you to hate the opposite sex, and until you smarten up, it's just not going to yield you good results, in my opinion. I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest. This finished Balls of Paradox Kid. Peace.